up, YouTube? This is Boyd the Milkman doing my 69th track review on 71st track review on Glazed SX. What's up, YouTube? This is Boyd the Milkman, and this is my second try recording this because the first time I made it all the way to the end when I told you how to submit maps, and then I started to stumble everywhere. I said everything wrong, so I just decided to re-record this. Anyways, this is a review on a Slayer map this time. It is Overpass by PhilyBOOMSteak, and it is a very fun, symmetrical mid-team 5v5, possibly 6v6 Slayer map. That one thing I really liked was the concept behind this map, because when you think, like, this map, its aesthetical basis is a city street, and it does carry that city street theme quite well. And when you think city street, you think asymmetrical, all that stuff, because usually when you think symmetrical, those maps would have no basis in reality, because most things that are based around reality are not symmetrical. You look at a city street, it's not going to be symmetrical. You look at some valley or somewhere, it's not going to be symmetrical. You look at anything in reality, it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical. So usually when you build symmetrical maps, they're usually focused more around gameplay than rather looking real. But this map pulled it off. With its city street theme, it is still perfectly symmetrical, left side to right side, which I thought was really cool and made me really enjoy the aesthetics of this map. One problem I do have to say though, there are too many power weapons. There are 2 snipers, 2 shotguns, a rocket launcher, and an energy sword, which, for the size of map it is, where it's just taking place in the quarry, I thought that was a teensy bit too much. I felt that the shotguns really didn't need to be there though, because the shotguns are, well, pointless in this map. Like I said, it's a city street theme, so it's obviously going to be quite open, very long sight lines, all that stuff, and so that's pretty much the opposite of a situation you want for a shotgun. And there are no closed corridors or anything on this map where a shotgun would really be an effective weapon to use against people. So I thought that was a little pointless to have the shotguns on this map. As you can see, I tried picking it up here, and I tried using for a bit, but it doesn't amount to anything because the shotguns really are a pointless weapon on the map. I don't think anybody got a kill with the shotgun in the game I did. Also, you may be noticing that my gameplay is rather terrible. That's because, well, I don't play Slayer that often. I don't play matchmaking that often. I do not claim to be good at Halo. I think I'm fairly good at racing, but I'm definitely not good at Slayer or Infection or whatever, any of those game types. So yeah, my gameplay is terrible. To be fair, I had 2 games before this where my gameplay was even worse, but I didn't use those gameplays because I forgot to set the kill max to 50. I set it to 25, so it kept on going to 25 kills and an ending, which was too little for me to talk about the map as a whole. But I did find this map very fun. It's quite an enjoyable map to play. I like it because it has the really interesting theme, and that really does make it much more enjoyable to play, in my opinion. And overall, it's a really enjoyable map to play Slayer on. I did not test it with other game types. I did not have time, but I think it might be fairly interesting for King of the Hill probably, and because of the way that there's the different structures and stuff. I don't know how it is oriented for anything like that though. It would also be kind of interesting since it is a symmetrical map over a fairly large span. It might be kind of interesting for Capture the Flag, but once again I did not test that. Another thing I have to say, under that underpass, you can see it right there, there is a teleporter which really has no purpose, because there are staircases right next to the teleporter. All the teleporter does is take you to the top of the overpass, but the staircases are right next to the teleporter and they do the exact same thing. So I never actually found myself using the teleporter because there's never a situation where I needed to get to the top of the underpass quick enough where it would be actually not good for me to take the staircase, that it would actually be faster for me to take the teleporter because of the way the staircases are positioned. But still, it's a very enjoyable map. Pros has really nice aesthetics. I really like the concept behind it. It's fun to play, and yeah. And cons, there are too many power weapons on the map, and the teleporter has no purpose. So other than that though, it is a very fun map, and it is a very good Slayer map, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, If you want to submit a map to be reviewed, send Boyd the Milkman, BoydDamilkman, a message with the subject map review. In your message, put your gamer tag, the name of the map, the link to the map, and a link to the game type if it exists. Yep. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.